Can I tell you how incredibly hard and unfair and triggering so many aspects of wedding planning can be for, well, me, I'm talking about me, but people in general, when you have lost a loved one. It is not fair that I have to go to Men's Warehouse and set up the account and put down my fiance's name and all his groomsmen and, all of this and our son's name. And at first I put down all of our dad's names. And I'm going, and for each person, I have to click the little plus button, add this person. And the last person I added was our son Benjamin. And I went to hit another plus button just naturally for my other son, Levi. And I start typing his name, and then I was like, I don't need that. I don't need a little kid tuxedo, suit, whatever, vest, all the good things for a would-be 7-year-old. Because he won't physically be here. I'll have to get AI to put a suit on him in a picture and have a new picture printed for him fresh for the wedding. Can I tell you how painful that is, and how much, after I set up the account, how much I cried when I went to the bathroom? Now, can I tell you how exciting it is that I get to even plan a wedding, that God brought the love of my life into my life, and we get to plan a wedding and be married as one, and we get to expand our family, that God allowed me to have a second son, that God allowed me to have soon to be 2 beautiful stepdaughters. And can I tell you what a blessing it is that I have another son who I get to grieve? God gave me that gift of my older son. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't have even had Levi. I wouldn't have even had any of this. Yes, it's hard. Grief is hard. It sucks. It's not fair. It's painful. It's awful. It's triggering. Sometimes even just the most random things are triggering. But it's also all about perspective, and sometimes perspective and having gratitude towards God is what will get you through the day when you're moving through the motions of grief. Yes, it's hard, and your emotions are valid. And guess what? My oldest son, he passed away almost 5 years ago, and it still hurts every single day, and it always will. But guess what? In addition to that, I am still so grateful to God for bringing that little boy into my life, and he always remains in me and with me and by me, and I live in his honor, period. And since then, the Lord has brought me so many additional blessings. Yes, I cried because I don't need to bring Levi to Men's Warehouse to get a little cute little suit with his little brother. His little brother. Yes, that sucks. I won't lie, it sucks. And I was very triggered. I was very, very upset. And in fact, in the moment, it did kind of steal away some of the joy from the experience in that moment. And it has made wedding planning a lot more challenging for me. But like I said, it's also about perspective, because while those emotions are very raw and very real, you wouldn't have that grief if you had never had that blessing to begin with. And unfortunately, grief is one thing that every single person on this earth, regardless of everything else we don't have in common, grief is one thing that we all do have in common. And if you haven't experienced it yet, unfortunately, one day you will. It's not easy, but God, grief is so painful because it's a representation of deep love that you and this person shared, whether it's a child, whether it's a parent, a friend, a significant other, you know, a coworker, whatever, a grandparent. Grief is awful, but God can pull you through that. Not that you will ever move on. That's not a thing. You don't move on, but you move forward. You take one step every day. You keep living. But God, He will help you keep living. And if it wasn't for God, you wouldn't have been blessed with that person in your life to begin with. Was I triggered? Absolutely. Was it hard? Absolutely. Did I cry? Absolutely. Am I blessed to even be able to be in that position because I have my little boy? Absolutely. So, that's a mic drop moment. Yeah. So, that's all I got for you. Just remember, if you're struggling with grief, know that you are not alone. I don't care how recent your loss has been. I don't care how far away your loss has been. It doesn't matter, because the grief journey, in my opinion, just simply never ends. It's just at a different stage. It's just at a different stage. Not every day will you bawl your eyes out, and not every day will you not bawl your eyes out. Anyways, just know you're not alone. And know that your best and number one resource is going to be turning your eyes towards the Lord always. Always. He never promised us this life would be easy, but He did promise us that He would always be there, and He would be the steady, still water helping us to move through those chaotic and rocky times. So, I already talked longer than I planned. What a surprise. All right, friends. That is all I got for you. Keep your head up. You got this. Stay strong. And I'm about to go in and pick up some Mexican, so that'll be cool. You know, cheese dip obviously soaks up all the tears. Feel free to laugh. All right. Well, I love you. God loves you so much more. I hope you pray and drink more water. Be sure to share this video for someone who needs this reminder that reality is perspective. Your emotions are real. They're valid. They are something you can't avoid. However, gratitude changes your thinking. Gratitude changes your heart. Gratitude will help you move forward when you're in the trenches. And that's not just for grief. That's just for, in general, life struggles. Send this to someone who you think needs it. Share it. Do all the good things. All right. Until next time, my sunflowers. Bye.